So, hello guys, and welcome to this new video. Today, I want to talk about this contraption right here, which I'd like to call the Unidirectional Dragon Egg Dropper, also known as a UDED. So, I guess I should just show what this thing does, really, or what it's made to do, at least. It's made to be bedrock using a glitch which is present in 1.9, also 1.8, I think. I don't think it was really introduced in the recent version, so let's just say pretty much any version. To demonstrate that, I'm gonna do some stuff. Everything I'm demonstrating here, like all this, this glitch was first published by Spire, 194 if I'm not mistaken. I will link to his video down in the description. But yeah, let's quickly just do that. We're going to go back for a bit, and then I'll show stuff, and then I'll explain what's going on. Or at least explain what other people have already explained, pretty much. So, as you could tell, I placed a bunch of bedrock there, and it just these dragon eggs pretty much just remove the bedrock. So yeah, it's a bedrock removal method. And right here, because I also bedrock, they just went into the ground. So you can use the dragon eggs. If you drop them the right way, you can pretty much just have them tunnel through blocks, including bedrock. So what's exactly going on here? Well, that here we have two machines. This one right here has these like ledges pretty much where you can place dragon eggs on, for example. That's what it's made for. And here you have ledges where you can walk on, so walkways, so you can walk along and place them like this. It also works in survival, even though you have a bit shorter reach. Yeah, you can that way you can pretty much easily place dragon eggs, go back and forth constantly, and then you update the machine using rational line like this. Here we have a bot engine, which makes everything move one block, and yeah, then you can remove stuff. So I should probably mention at this point that this machine was commissioned by Conspiracy SMP. Well, I said commissioned again, but I'm not being paid for this, just for your info. And yeah, more specifically Niels in Norwegian. I'll link to probably the Conspiracy YouTube channel in the description. They're going to make a server tour sometime in the future, so hopefully soon. Maybe I made one. I don't know. So yeah, just check out their channel. There will be something on there at some time. So as for the glitch, well, it's a very important thing to say. You can't just do this by normally dropping a dragon egg like this. It doesn't work. What needs to happen is that the dragon egg needs to drop while it's in a lazy chunk, as they call them. What's a lazy chunk? Well, it's a chunk which is not surrounded by a 5x5 region of loaded chunks. What happens if a chunk is not surrounded by a 5x5 region of loaded chunks, then it will load and still process redstone mechanics and most things, but it will not process entities in the normal way it does. In fact, it will just freeze them normally. And for example, when it needs to drop sand and such, it doesn't want to create entities because it wouldn't process them. So instead, what it does some calculations to make them instantly fall down without ever becoming an entity. And these calculations do not work exactly the same as the actual falling mechanics. Now, with most falling sand blocks, like sand, gravel, and so on and so forth, it gives different mechanics, but it doesn't actually allow you to tunnel through blocks. And dragon eggs are a special exception, and all of this which I'm saying here is not my my research, by the way. I should definitely make that clear. All this was said by Spire. Again, you can watch this video down in the description. So that explains the bug, what's going on, the block we're abusing to break bedrock. Now, the particular thing Conspiracy wanted to do is they have a perimeter, and they wanted to pretty much get one flat layer of bedrock at the bottom. So they wanted to clear the top 4 layers of bedrock. That's why you have 4 ledges right here. So yeah, unfortunately you can't use, well, you can, but it's specifically made to dig 4 layers of bedrock. But you're probably at this point like, wow, they're not on the same layer, so what's your point, right? You're not going to dig through every layer. Well, the thing is, each layer, this way you have 4 layers next to each other, which all gets where one layer of bedrock gets removed. But then the machine also gets moved by 1 block. So you remove the dragon eggs at the bottom, you place them on here again, you do it again, then, so let's just do some stuff like here. Like this one would be triggered once at that point. And this one would be triggered twice next time you do it. And like that, and like that. And from this point onwards, every time you just drop a new layer, you're actually going to extend a sort of staircase. So at this point, for example, you would end up with a staircase like you have this one layer which you want to keep, and then you have this, something like that, pretty much. Yeah, something like that. And this one would need to be hit once more. This one would have to be hit twice more, 3 times, 4 times, and that will all happen because it only moves one block every time, so on and so forth. So yeah, this pretty much makes sure that every place is hit 4 times if you just have every dragon egg everywhere every time you move it. I should probably also mention at this point, yeah, I'm sorry for the lack of structure in this video, but I just need to get it done over and done with quickly. Both sides here are stackable. They're, of course, like I didn't design all of this manually. But the segment size is different on each side. So here you have each segment is 15 blocks long, I think. But over here, as you can tell, there's a lot of like extensions. You can shorten this around the edges in case you want to fit it into a perimeter or something to like match your exact length. But you only do that at the end. Also worth mentioning, one segment consists out of these 2 units, which are extremely similar. They're pretty much, this one just one to the back, really, and the ledges are a bit different, and that's about it. So that's how that works. And they're 15 blocks long. Over here, the segments are 10 blocks long. Again, over here you have lots of lengthening, which is not necessary. It just means you have to build a lot of these units. And here you just have 1 unit per segment, pretty much. And then you keep on copying that, and yeah. That works. And over here, I just went with a bit of different pattern so that you can kind of climb up. It's a sort of staircase. You could, of course, also like place slabs and such, or stairs if you want to make it a bit easier on yourselves. So if you want to use this, an important thing, again, you need to make sure the dragons are in lazy chunks. So right here, for example, if you look at the X chunk coordinates, these are on 126. The machine also needs 127 loaded in order to make sure that nothing goes wrong. So I also do that. So if you go over here, you see we're in check 120. My redundancy is on 7, so you can like still barely see it, like it's disappearing to the fog. And yeah, so at this point the dragon eggs are just into lazy chunks, so when they drop they can break bedrock and any other block really. What else I have to explain? I mean, this retro line is pretty straightforward. It's just instant retro line to make sure that all updates happen in the same tick. It does not matter if you have several updates having to this engine in the same tick, really, from what I can tell. Or, I don't know, just doesn't seem to cause any problems. Just make sure that you don't update it and then update it again, and so on and so forth. So yeah, every time you update this engine by like this, you put some block forward. Don't think there's too much more to say. So yeah, this is kind of a technical build. Like I don't think a lot of people use this. Also, I mean, bedrock breaking is still going to be incredibly tedious. But we have actually built it on the conspiracy. Well, I'm not a member, but I actually contributed a fair bit to building this. Not just in creative, but I also built a fair bit of it in survival, helping them out on the server and such. So yeah, I'll just provide a download link for this thing in the description. I think you can just cut it up if you want to and extend it for yourselves if you want a longer version in creative. And if you want it in survival, then, well, good luck. It takes a bit of time to build. It's definitely achievable on the server, but it takes a bit of time. So yeah, I'm running out of stuff to say here, so I'm just going to leave it at this. Again, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope I will see you in another video.